Last month, the Board of Education approved the tentative 22-23 budget, which was reviewed and accepted by the Executive County Superintendent. Tonight, the board will vote on the final budget. We are mandated by state law to balance the budget every year. Additionally, we have a state-mandated 2% tax levy cap, and this year we must manage the additional state aid reduction of $4.7 million. The annual expenditures increase yearly by approximately $4 million just in salaries and benefits, which is more than 80% of our budget. So we started this budget process with a shortfall, as has been the case in past years. In order to balance the budget, we utilized some surplus, additional federal revenue sources, and increased grants funding. Our central office administrative team worked diligently with building and department administration to help create a fiscally responsible budget that adheres to our student-centered vision statement. Tonight, this 22-23 budget presentation illustrated how we will maintain programming while addressing district priorities. We reallocated resources, both human and capital, so we can remediate elementary schools' large class sizes, improve support services, and continue to address our infrastructure needs. Even though state aid continues to decrease, our tax impact continues to be low, 0.8 tax levy. We continue to do more with less, and for that, I would like to both acknowledge and thank our amazing staff. I just want to briefly touch on the new 2020 NJSLS Comprehensive Health and Physical Education Standards. There's misinformation and misunderstanding, as Ms. Walrab alluded to, and for many of our concerned stakeholders. So I'll try to explicate what is known at this point. The New Jersey Department of Education adopted new health and physical education standards in 2020. Although the standards were supposed to be implemented in 2021, they've been delayed because of the pandemic. There is discussion at the state level that these standards may once again be delayed. If New Jersey school districts are required to implement the standards in 2022, this summer a committee of our own health and physical education teachers working with our health PE supervisors will review the changes to the standards. They will select resources that will best meet the needs of our students and our community. In addition, this committee will create a parent guide that will provide an overview of the family life curriculum and resources so parents will have the opportunity to choose whether they like their child to participate in these lessons if they are to be implemented. This information will be provided through our parent portal to ensure that all parents and guardians can make an informed decision, and we will communicate publicly at a board meeting. Parents, you can opt your child out of any specific family life lessons. You heard our two young ladies from Brick High School talk about the Steam Tank Challenge, which I was actually able to witness a few weeks ago. It was absolutely awesome. And congratulations to our Brick High School Steam Tank Challenge winning teams. We had a team called Metamorphing Chair. It was this pretty cool chair that became a wheelchair and couch and table, and a solar-powered retractable flag that went in. They were chosen to compete in the 22 Steam Tank Challenge finals in May, so kudos to our student teams under the guidance of Ms. Jennifer Lane and Mr. Gary Paxton in only our first year. Fantastic job. One of our own, Mr. Brett Novick, Osborneville Elementary School social worker, created what's called the Brain Bullies card game, which is based on the book of the same name. This 21st century counseling tool is an UNO-type game geared for students 6 and over. The game aims to work with students to address ways of thinking that increase self-esteem, communication skills, emotional expression, anger management, and problem solving, while decreasing anxiety and worrying, utilizing everyday practical issues. The Brain Bullies card game teaches children, with the support of a counselor, therapist, or parent, to identify and challenge thought process that could contribute to emotional distress and form positive alternatives and adaptive solutions. Great job, Mr. Novick. May 1st is Principals Day. I see many of our principals out here. Great leaders don't set out to be leaders. They set out to make a difference. Brick Schools is fortunate to have an amazing group of principals leading our educational communities. Their expertise, caring, and commitment to students, parents, staff, and the community as a whole is extraordinary. We commend all of our principals for their tireless work for the best services to all members of their learning communities and their continued work to make Brick Schools a great place to learn, grow, work, and live. Happy Principals Day to many of our principals out there. Also next week, the first week of May is designated as National Teacher Appreciation Week. So please take a moment during the week, next week, to thank a teacher. Thank you to all of our Brick Schools teachers. Your commitment to supporting student growth through cultivating each student's unique strengths and talents in an engaging, safe, and nurturing environment is greatly appreciated. Please join us at the May 12th, I think it's May 12th, early board meeting, which will be held at Brick Township High School in the auditorium, where we will be celebrating and honoring all of our building teachers of the year, educational service professionals of the year, as well as our Brick District Teacher of the Year, which you heard about before this evening. Also next week, May 6th is National Nurses Day. Nurses is a work of heart. Brick Schools has an awesome group of nurses with amazing heart in supporting our students, staff, and community. Please take a moment next week to also thank our nurses for all they do to keep us safe and well. It has been said that unity is strength. When there is teamwork and collaboration, wonderful things can be achieved. Every board meeting, I try to end my comments on a positive note that brings us together as a community. I'm a huge Abraham Lincoln fan, and we can all learn a lot about leadership and team building from our 16th president. In a book I'm currently reading, it's written about how Lincoln brought rivals together for a cause bigger than their individual agenda. I could just imagine how hard this would be in normal times, but imagine in times of crisis with a highly political environment, how hard this would be. Lincoln tried to change our way of thinking in terms of sides or divisiveness. Boy, we could use Lincoln today. The world is not divided into two teams. Thinking in terms of winners, losers, right, wrong, my way, your way, is reductive and restrictive to solve today's problems or seize current opportunities. We need to come together in order to solve an organization's issues, address society's ills, and collaborate in order to be successful. Let us continue to be reminded that coming together is a beginning, keeping together is progress, but working together is success. Thank you.